Alright, good evening everybody. As you can see, we have completed Glide the Chocobo tree at max difficulty, and we have hit every target. So we don't need to do it again. But I have a presentation for you guys to explain exactly why this is so confounding, alright? This will be a brief presentation that will let us go over it before we continue playing the game. So, this is the final section of Glide the Chocobo tree. It involves a dive through 3 rings, you gotta swing back up, grab another ring, and then fly over to the ending point and land on the final 2. Yes? So this is what the final section is. So, the problem is, if you try and do it as intended, the projector for the rings has a hitbox on it, for some godforsaken reason. And it's also bigger than the actual object itself. So, when you attempt to just do it normally, go through the rings and then fly up here, you bonk your head on the bottom of that thing. It's like you hit an invisible ceiling. That costs you a bunch of height. Which means, after grabbing that third last ring, yeah, after you grab the third last ring, you just end up not having enough height to get to the last 2. So if you try a different method, like the one I used, double back to the fan so you get even more height, and then you can start at a higher position and then dive down and then go back up. That gives you a little more height to work with, so you can have a little more leniency in order to get over to the final 2 rings and land on them, yeah? Now the problem with this is there are 2 scenarios that can happen from this. The first one is you just overshoot. You go a little too far. Because you're starting it from way higher than you intended to, you also gain more height than you intend to, and you can just go over it entirely, thus costing you this third last one. You can grab the last 2 just fine, but this one's going to be missed, and so you miss on the perfect. So you think, okay, I'll just control it a little bit better. But that's when this happens. So you control yourself a little bit and you try and go push forward a little bit more. You ascend into the projector again, and then you just end up like ramming into the front of it, and then you just slide up to the top. So you exit at the bottom minimum height, go through the ring, and now you're too low again. And now you can't grab the last 2. So, for some reason, the way they've made it is that because of the presence of the hitbox of the projector, if you enter that third last ring at the maximum possible height that you are allowed to, you simply just do not have enough height to get to the last 2 rings. So how the hell are you supposed to do it, like, as designed? Well, the only way I've seen it from other people attempting it is on that final ring. You don't go through the center of it. You have to angle at a corner and try and just clip past it. Which means, basically, the hitbox for the circle is a lie. None of it is valid and you will miss the perfect. The only quote-unquote valid section you can hit the final third target at is this tiny little section on the top right hand corner, which you can easily miss, by the way. You can just zoom past it. And also in the first place, you have to line up for it out of a dive where you're intended to go straight anyway, so you can't angle into it. So that really doesn't feel like it should be the correct answer, you know? There's so many things wrong with it on the game design perspective. Misleading hitboxes, invisible hitbox ceiling that just wrecks the movement. Like, you're signposting one thing, and that signposted thing just doesn't lead to the solution whatsoever, you know? Like, you will actively fail if you do it as the game is signposting it. So the only way I've seen it is that you ignore it and you just go tag the corner. So that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like it could be the solution, you know? That doesn't seem like the intended solution. So I did a different method. And I don't have a diagram for it. Probably should have drawn it, but... So, going back to here, right? What I did was, in order on the final successful run, we dived and then we went up. And then on the way up, I did a second dive. So we went down and up again. So we went through the ring at a lower angle that you intend that like you're normally supposed to, and then you go back up again and gain a little bit more height. Now you can't do this indefinitely. Every time you dive down and you go back up, you will not be able to reach the same height as you did originally. So you're just not you're going to be losing height constantly. But this at least gives you more height than you would by trying to just glide through the ring and like go to the rest of the distance, because you carry the momentum forward. So that's the closest I can think of that is like potentially maybe that's the intended solution. But if so, this is the only ring in this entire course that you're intended to dive and go back up again with no other ring signposting you're supposed to do that. And if you don't do that, you ram into an invisible hitbox. So this doesn't feel right, you know? And I feel like even if they did miss it on the first time round, around launch time, they probably would have seen people complaining about it. So this is something that they could have easily patched, you know? And yet here we are, more than a year later, and the minigame is still like this. So I really don't know. It's one of those things where it really makes me wonder what the intended dev solution is to the puzzle, you know? Because we're not getting it. We don't have it. Every single method I've seen that is used to clear this thing is like something that isn't immediately intuitive. So I really don't know. But anyways, that is my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Explaining why Chocobo Glide the Chocobo Tree is a poorly designed minigame. Thank you for your kind attention. Did you know I studied game design? Alright, now that I've gotten my justification about why this minigame sucks and why I had a bad time with it, we can continue. Where are you going? I'm right here. Oh, whatever. Merc cap. Oh, it's this thing. I'll mix and match. That looks good. You know you can also customize the colors of it. You just really want to customize your chocobo. So much stuff in this game. All the required testing too. You know, you have to QA test the color changing on the chocobo gear customization and all that stuff. There's so much work that goes into this game. Honestly, it's understandable how they can overlook one minigame out of all of them. But it is a minigame that requires perfect completion, so you know, this feels like something like you have to hit every single target to get the best score. So it feels like something that would come up in testing.
So it's my turn? We'll make it quick. And we're safe.
Yeah, we'll make our way to Cosmo Canyon today. We've been dawdling on MSQ long enough. We should just make our way directly. We can go exploring the next time.
Hey, so I've been meaning to ask you something. You said old Sephiroth's come back from the dead, right? And that's a bad thing. So, what I want to know is, how'd he do it? And what's he after?
He wants to save the planet.
But wouldn't that make him a good guy?
It's not what he's doing, but how. He doesn't give a shit if everyone dies in the process.
Sounds like a total nutter. I mean, there's not much point in having a planet if there's no one left to enjoy it, is there?
That said, let's not forget that we still got a whole nother problem. One that's reared its ugly head time and time again. Bunch of assholes who won't stop till they bled the planet dry. Shit. To hit them where it hurts, we'll need to leverage those connections of yours. If you even think about stabbing us in the back, I'm gonna hug and squeeze you to death. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
This banter is good. Alright, we're almost there. I can hold on foot, I guess. Damn, the draw distance though. Chad, look at this. Damn. It's moments like this that you realize that, like, damn, I got a pretty sweet rig, don't I? Look at that draw distance. Imagine Switch 2 doing this. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder how the Switch 2, like, handles this part. Probably just really aggressive LOD, you know. Like this, I mean, there's already LOD kicking in here, obviously, but even then, just from here, like, panning over this looks good, right? Obviously, they're not rendering any enemies running around on the map down there. In fact, yeah, AI is probably disabled. Like any enemy entities down there, but you can see the tower, you can see the fence is still moving and everything, you know? Even the ones way off in the distance over there. Kind of insane, isn't it? Gaming is come a long way from the PS1. Now everything is like accurate human scale. Right? Imagine showing somebody in like the 1990s during the era of OG FF7, you show them this and say like this is playable. Every now and then you just gotta have one of those moments, you know, right? Like I said, I'm not a gaming needs like super cool graphics or anything type of person.
Sanctuary, where the planet's greatest minds
Hey, look at that, that looks really good.
Beautiful. More than I ever imagined. Come on, let's pick up the pace. I can hear it calling my name.
Yeah, me too.
Shit, look at that though. That is Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm not like a graphics is the be-all end-all type of person, you know. I don't even really care about graphics that much. Like, in terms of like something that makes me want to play a game or not play a game. But I can appreciate really pretty graphics when they're put in front of me, you know. They're not a priority for me, but I can appreciate artistry when it's on the screen. And that right there, this look at this rendition of Cosmo Canyon. It's art. Like, damn, it's so pretty. Right? And we're about to run over there and go in there. Look at the observatory and everything. Like, everything is like 1-to-1 human scale now, and you can go run around in it. That's so cool. And like, we played the original, you know, so there's a couple of screens. I don't know, something about the Cosmo region's like really pretty. Just the big canyons and the mountain stuff, I guess. Yeah. It's a good looking game. Not much else to say about it. Cosmo Canyon.
Hey, guys! It's me! I'm back! Nanaki?
And his voice
Can't
changes.
believe It really is you. We were so worried.
Everyone like, huh?
Come home.
Whoa.
Now, why don't you go pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen? Come on.
We're not gonna question.
You can let them through. They're good people. I promise. After all, they're the reason I'm here.
What in the hell was that? Hey guys, it's me. Who?
He's such a softie.
Real quick, gotta check something. An airship dropped these on us this morning. Wanted posters of the terrorists who bombed those reactors. Huh. But I think we can say you had nothing to do with all that. Even if Nanaki hadn't vouched for you, it's obvious. Welcome to the sanctum of planetology, Cosmo Canyon.
They replaced the other posters with FF7 First Soldier generated characters. No chat, I will not stop referencing the old Dead Battle Royale game. Okay? I am not going to. Someone's gotta keep its tradition alive. Even though the joke I just made was at the expense of that game. Because the player characters are customized, create your own soldier, and I'm saying that the poster looks ugly. Look, it's not a good game, okay?
Welcome to Cosmo Canyon.
It was not a good game. God damn it, it was my jank.
My pleasure. Are you about to head out on patrol?
Yeah. Look after this place.
And yeah, so I believe in the OG, it didn't really come across in the English script that much, but I think in Japanese he changes his on like the way he speaks, like he stops speaking Keigo after getting here. Or something of the sort. I'm not fully certain on
Wanted poster?
all that.
Pictures look nothing like us.
Must be that way for a reason.
Gotta keep on our toes.
Reeve is very pleased with himself.
The planet is always watching.
Bro, I think they made a custom song like an in-universe like music play in every town I've been to so far.
Is to nurture the spirit of the planet. And so, I implore you, brothers and sisters, do not neglect your studies, nor your prayers, nor your diligence.
While Cosmo is a lot more populated this time around. It's less folk village now and more, well, it's still a folk village, but it's a folk village that takes tourists, it seems like. Big campfire down there.
Let me guess. The pineapple issue?
What? No, not too good.
Just so we're clear, I only sell to customers I deem worthy.
Apparently I missed 2 weapons. I missed 2 weapons? Unless they're like weapons available in the future. Hang on, I don't want to just buy them. Just want to make sure that like if I'm past the point where I forgot where to get them. Oh. Okay, apparently I did miss it. It's out there in the open world in the desert. Alright, well that's fine. Out in the open world is definitely a bit harder to find. Alright. So yeah, if you miss any of the weapons, you'll be able to just buy them as well. It just feels a little bad that like I missed them, but you know. Missing a pixel hunt doesn't feel that bad. Same with this one. Apparently it was somewhere in Gongaga. We just missed it. Okay, that's fair. I've got enough gil to just buy a bunch of stuff, I guess. Let's sell some stuff. Need to thin down my collection. Alright, and then been crafting a bunch of stuff as well. And it's fine.
Better watch how you wield those things now.
It's that weapon. And red gives us bomb. Okay.
canyon medicines.
And new DCG packs. Cards. I love cards. First thing we do whenever we go to a new town, chat, we gotta go open some cards. You think these are worth anything, chat?
Stock up on whatever you need.
Accessories. I'll just do stuff.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Chad, do you think the QB market's going to appreciate in value anytime soon? Think my red chocobo card would be worth anything? Excuse me.
I was born and raised here, in this canyon. I was to become a watcher of the Veil like those before me, until I was taken by Shinra. Now that I'm home, and have repaid my debt to you, I plan to serve my village once more. I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thank you.
Wasn't it great on you to
We're
make that
really
voice?
gonna miss you, Red.
Oh, don't say that. You're only making this harder. I mean, I wish we had more time, but this is my duty.
I suppose it was your duty to act the old man.
I wanted you to treat me as an equal, not a dog.
That's the same voice actor doing both, by the way.
You, my boy.
Coming!
So, was that goodbye?
Nah, I'm sure we'll see him around the canyon. The real question is, why'd we come here? To learn the secrets of planetology. Come on!
Can't forget that materia.
As for me... that'll do. I'm gonna steal some shut-eye, if you don't mind.
You're a robot.
We can see the sights.
Our bodies are not.
Oh shit, Queen's blood.
Energy all around you.
He has to pretend to sleep. Yeah, he's shutting down is what he is. I see Queen's blood.
It rides the winds across our planet.
The cards
Chat.
may serve as a conduit for the very wisdom of the planet.
Card game time.
You've more than a passing interest in Queen's blood. It has bewitched you. Be at ease. It is only natural to hear its call. Queen's blood is of the planet and for the planet. It, like all things, is part of the great cycle that connects us.
Ma'am, it's just
Indeed,
TCG.
Each and every card
Ain't that
holds
serious.
within it a greater purpose, one that belies their form.
You must believe in the heart of the
Join me in a
cards.
match that you too may glimpse the truth of our great mother.
The card game is not just a card game. The spirits of the earth are within these cards. Okay, I haven't edited my deck in a while. I think we got some new cards that like destroy stuff. Cardina. True. Okay. Replace an ally, lower the power. Okay, that one plays on top of it raises power, this one lowers power. This one's definitely good. Put in 2 of those. The one, it's 1 for 2. Destroy an ally card and replace it. Oh, this doesn't destroy. Okay. I think we put 2 of those in there instead. I mean, that lowers power too, so it might be useful. I need the rest for placement purposes. Lower by 6 though. That's a tree though. We're not likely to play that one. This one just straight up destroys stuff though. Yeah, as far as like spaces go, I think we probably should just keep it like this. Which means I guess we can take out the Kappa wires. Yeah, we'll take out the Kappa wires. We can go up and down with this. Okay. We have our new destroy deck. A new build of a destroy deck. Okay. One mulligan, these three. Where's my midcut somewhere? Still don't have my midcut somewhere. Where is it? I'm kind of bricked right now. Not seeing it this late into the game is still kind of bad. Really bad. We need it early. Okay, there it is. Yeah, playable. I know my deck's kind of relying on seeing this card like by turn 3 or turn 4 latest, but we do need to see it early. Right. Our win con is on the board. Okay, +1. We'll convert those. I think we can give up bottom row. I'll clear that. And then we'll just go ahead, replace this one, and take them back. Go to the tree. Let me play this here, so we have a 2. Then drop the Mind Flayer right here and take off 3 things in a row. 4 things in a row. Up 15. And delete another one. Just drop this here, delete. Another one. Okay, now we just throw in a bunch of points. Shit, our deck's kind of popping off now. All destruction, baby. 33. Yeah, I'm still running Midgard's Armor. It's a pretty strong build because you just don't care about lanes. You just need to take one lane, you know, and then like just outscore the rest, the other two. So the rest of the deck is just built around destroy your stuff, destroy their stuff. Now we also have some board control too.
Which confirms my fears. A strange, wicked pall hangs over the life stream, and a similar dark energy has corrupted Queen's blood. Be careful. The game's pleasures belie the thorns beneath that will bleed you slowly and surely.
This really is just
Many
Yu-Gi-Oh!
devotees have succumbed to the darkness of which I spoke. Too many. Remember, the cards are a link between us and the planet. If you are in trouble, reach out. She shall answer. Oh, great mother, hear my prayer. Watch over your son.
Okay, sure. It's just a TCG, lady. It ain't that serious.
We will now embark on our tour of the Veil.
At our very core, we are. It rides the winds across the planet, singing through the veil to fill our lungs and
I'll just go straight. Up the elevator.
Lift your gaze to the heavens.
Oh, it's an elevator.
Since time immemorial. Wicked thoughts.
Right, another game.
Oh, it's our very first catch of the day, folks. We have ourselves a challenger. Hello, sir. Care to tell the folks at home who you are? Ha ha ha! Could this shark be more of a guppy? Well, I spy a row of razor-sharp teeth in this little fishy's maw. You might be the QB killer we've been waiting for, but there's only one way to find out. That's right, our audience doesn't want to hear commentary, they want to see blood. To up the ante, our challenger's opponent will be none other than your host with the most, me, Bernard.
Chat, is that true? Do you guys not care about commentary? Are you just here for blood? Is that what the Twitch audience demands nowadays? I should have mulliganed. I clicked too quickly. Not just blood, Queen's blood. Exactly, brother. Right, this is gonna be a bit more delayed, but we can get the Makeout Somewhere on play. Still works for me. I'll just Gigantoad here. I guess I can give up more space on the top first. Yeah, I can afford it. Okay, we have to plan out our route a little bit here now. If I do that now, he's going to get a lot of bonus. Not gonna be worth a lot, but better than nothing. I need the one that goes the other direction. But I guess they'll have to do. I'll keep that space free. I'll need it later. So I guess we'll just replace this here for now. He doesn't have any legal moves, I think. Oh no. Yeah, he's got cards that can play over cards. Alright, fair enough. Alright. That means I can just Grand Horn for Grand Horn. Unless he has more. He's also playing destroying cards, it looks like, but I'm also getting boosted for them. Not terrible. Problem is... yeah, I need my other cards. There's my Dragon Toad. So the score to beat is 16. He's fueling me by doing that too, you know? Kind of funny. Alright, it's 19 to 18, so we still win. He was also playing into my win con, so works for me.
Talk about carnage, am I right? I'm lucky I got out of that match with my limbs intact. A-Shark is a ferocious man-eating menace. He made a serious splash with some ruthless moves. Players the world over have got to be shaken in their boots. Something tells me this beast is about to upset the QB food chain. Better start swimming. Congratulations to you, sir, for an incredible match. Though we found the canyon's resident shark, the fun never ends on this show. Stay tuned because we've got more coming your way.
TV folk, am I right?
Congratulations, you have attained the rank of Blood Captain. Cloud. Wise, the AI you met on the ferry, has undergone a software update. It presently resides in the Dust Bowl. I advise you to challenge it and gauge its new and improved capabilities.
Yeah, I saw the robot. It's a ways back though. We'll go back there later.
Tell me, is it better to spread the teachings of planetology to others, or to focus on deepening our own understanding?
You all, the planet's laws.
It's Photo Guy.
Fancy running into you here. Say, how about I get a shot of you giving thanks to the planet?
I'm surprised Cloud. I'm still surprised Cloud obliges
The
this
beauty
guy.
of this place is unreal. Pictures can't do it justice. Wonders such as these have to be experienced in person. I want to believe I can capture this magic. I'm looking for spots with a spiritual feel, if you know any.
Put your faith in our group. Mother, she would...
You gotta turn.
Hey
You can turn the
there.
Gongaga on.
Thank you for tracking down that spot. Quite the view you captured. Very nice. I'd say you're a first-rate photographer now. If the association had any lingering doubts about you, this latest shot should have completely dispelled them. At this rate, you'll outrank me. But hey, friendly competition never hurt anyone.
Seasoned photographer. Alright.
Return to the planet for the vision of lights. It serves as both an ending and a new beginning.
Up to the observatory.
Ah, not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables.
Oh, really?
Ah, not so... You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Ah, not so fast.
I was wondering if it was going to say
This is where we
anything.
keep all our valuables.
Wondering if it was going to say anything. Damn, we're really high up. The whole village is rendered down there too. Yeah, they've only deloaded the NPCs, but you can still see like the geometry and stuff, and everything beyond it too. And look how far you can see into the horizon. It's kind of crazy. Man, this game is pretty. A small garden up there.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
Thank you for looking after Namaki. My name is Wugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Namaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Namaki?
Not yet. Be right back.
Well, it senses a kindred spirit.
But where are my manners? Please, come in and have a look around.
It's like floating around on a big orb of materia.
Namaki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. Oh, have my devices piqued your curiosity? They are essential to my studies of the planet.
Pretty cozy place he's got here, huh?
I never thought you could become even more enchanting. And yet, it's like you're singing to me of the planet's wisdom. Don't you worry, my dear. I'll find a way to bring out the full depths of your beauty. Cross my heart.
Okay, dude.
While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
Hey, crystals! The chat FF7 has crystals after all. It is an FF game. We just hide it a little bit because they're in the form of the orbs of materia.
That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it. That records fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see. Those devices are testing the pull of gravity.
Book backlog. Funny. Damn. Chat. Imagine sleeping here in this hammock with this view. That's a really nice house he has here.
Do you recognize that little scamp?
This
I'll have
heat?
you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful.
This is a canyon, it's not the desert. It might be a little dry, I guess, but at nighttime it's probably pretty cool. I don't know. It's the realities of the situation might be that it's not, but it looks cozy.
That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built. Though I suspect it can't detect much now. Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later.
Okay. Can't go into that room yet. What else are we missing? Anything else downstairs we missed?
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Back here.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting.
Nothing else in the
Don't worry, my
entrance.
dear. I'll find a way to bring out the full depths of your beauty. Cross my heart.
Yeah, I don't see anything else to interact with, so I just talk to him.
Anakin never had much exposure to the
No,
outside
not yet.
world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him.
Oh, now it's here. Did not see the stairs.
That right there is a type of a current generator. It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new airflows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels.
Oh yeah. It was a miserable little time riding chocobos for an hour and a half. But yes, I have encountered them. I am very familiar. Thank you very much. Telescope.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
Damn, a CRT chat. This PC is ancient. What is this? Some typewriter type keyboard and a CRT. Looks like it runs like. Do you think you can play Melee on it? Oh, wait, there's an even bigger. There's multiple CRTs. There's 4. One of them is huge. You can play 4-player melee. Oh, hot damn, this balcony view.
Mind your manners in front of fellow Buchenhagen. There's so much we have yet to learn about the universe.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space.
That again, huh?
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them with our own eyes. 2 in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the 3 of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me.
It's time for the science lecture, chat. The cool cutscene from the original.
I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado,
Wow.
this is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine, and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
What about me? I want to go attend the seminar. I would like to attend the 8-hour seminar as well.
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past. We've entered an era in which humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks.
Topical.
Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable experience. Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide...
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Thanks so much for taking such great care of Nanaki for us.
Oh, it's evening time.
Hagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
Oh. Now we can go to the storeroom. So yeah, there's no actual day-night cycle, chat, but wow, look at that. They changed the lighting every now and then. It's just a bunch of ore. Weapon. For whom? Okay. Ah, the other side.
Right this way.
Blessings of a planet upon me.
Oh, and to go back down. Got it.
Blessings of a planet upon me.
Put your faith in our great.
This village is lame. Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice. This village is... And don't get me started on the planetologists.
Alright, Yuffie's
Bunch
not...
of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
Yuffie does not like the place.
I heard from fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar.
Oh, hell
If
yeah.
you would.
Which would you say is a more worthy pursuit?
They are both one and the same. Wouldn't you agree?
I ask you this, who among you has before me?
The river.
So many seminars.
Many travelers have joined.
The seminar is in progress. Please be
I've
respectful.
always been on the bigger side, but I've never been into physical stuff. Painting and poetry are more my thing. My old man, he used to say it was a waste, me spending all my time indoors.
I probably should have hung around to listen to it.
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share. Please.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the life stream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies. And we can't let them win. We need the planet, and it needs us. We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... You know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
There is no seminar being held here at the moment. Can I help you?
The River of Light ceremony will begin shortly. This night comes but once a year, bringing us closer to the planet. I've no
convenient.
doubt you'll feel her grace.
Ah, the River of Lights. Once a year, we gather the souls that have drifted to our veil and return them to the planet whence they came. I heartily encourage you to join us in this ceremony.
You made exactly the right time.
All the time I've spent here. It's so great learning about planets.
I ask you this, who among you?
The seminars on...
Damn, Cosmo Cannon at night though.
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I'll lend an ear.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
Wow, so many
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself of filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
What do you want to do?
Not nothing, that's for damn sure. At the same time, though, I don't know if fighting's the answer anymore. Maybe it's time for some good old-fashioned introspection.
That's fair.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival.
When you die, you return to the planet? That has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Why do you think that?
I just do. I believe in anything else until I see some actual proof.
Well, I mean, there's some weird shit happening at the live stream.
How much longer are they gonna be doing this?
Oh, she's on bow tie, I guess.
Can't wait to see what they've got planned.
Wow, so many tourists.
Did I sound as awkward as I felt
felt for you. Never been that good with words, as you know.
We're just two peas in a pod, aren't we? I think I'm gonna stay out here a little longer.
Some carry a fire that rivals even this. Like the youths who left the Veil.
The planet's trying to tell me something. But what?
They were young, but the desire to...
So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients. Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to Earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear.
It's okay.
So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life, friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can do. Return their kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
Oh, it's one of these... the like, Lantern Festival stuff. So I've never played FF10, but I think FF10 also has like similar stuff, like at the ceremonies and whatnot. Maybe that's why this...
There! It is time!
Maybe that's why this imagery feels familiar.
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh? Meant every word, though.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think of the River of Light? For whatever reason, the ceremony has drawn a number of tourists to the Vale as of late. When I ask for their impressions, they often speak of how beautiful it was. Some claim they were even moved to tears. It's an overwhelmingly positive reception, I'm happy to say. To stir the human soul is no small feat, and it pleases me to know that the River of Light possesses such power. Alas, my hopes to parlay their emotional response into a deeper intellectual curiosity, they have yet to be fulfilled.
Real.
People are surrounded by cats, dogs, birds, and trees. They know that life is all around them, be it through the birth of a baby or the blooming of a flower. They bear constant witness to the blessed cycle of creation, yet they've no interest in the welfare of our planet. Forgive me for sharing my idle thoughts.
Honestly,
That
real.
myself is quite a challenge in my old age.
There's a lot of very, like, oof, that's still relevant in today's setting, you know. Didn't think Red 13 sounded like Spyro. To be honest, nobody did.
Well then, shall we proceed?
But I thought this door was...
Sealed so that none may enter? Why, yes. And by my
Is
own
this the first
hand,
time, like, this part of the game has been voiced, more or
However,
less?
You've a trial to undertake.
I do?
If you wish to prove yourself and become a Watcher of the Veil, that is. I presume you are prepared.
Yeah.
I will also require your assistance in carrying out the trial. Much danger awaits within, and I wish to ensure his safety. When you're ready, simply say the word.
So this is the Cave of the Gi dungeon, I believe. Right after this. It's probably gonna take a while though. Should we put a pin in it and come back to it? Well, we can't like quick travel anywhere right now, I think. Yeah, we can't fast travel at the moment, so we'll have to do this dungeon before we go anywhere else. At nighttime though. I guess if we want to pace ourselves, let's save Cave of the Gi for next session, yeah? We can just start the session proper and then we can go through the dungeon. It'll be a good time. A lot more story today, you know, which is good. We haven't had story in a while. Or rather main story, we've been doing a lot of side content. So yeah, I think we'll call it at that for today. We'll be back soon to go into the Cave of the Gi. So, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys around soon. Peace!